The undergraduates need some specific resources to analyze the program. The same issues featured both explanations of the problem. Most of these features were part of the previous systems. The artists tied with conservative politicians and the roles of critics. The placement test of mathematics and statistics is offered every semester. The teacher asked the group to commence the task. Supply and demand is one of the most fundamental concepts in economics. The ways in which people communicate are constantly changing. You may need to purchase an academic gown before the commencement. A good research delivers practical benefits for real people. The railway made long-distance travel possible for everyone. The city's founder created a set of rules that became the law. Radio is a popular form of entertainment throughout the world. She used to be an editor of the student newspaper. We study science to understand and appreciate the world around us. The business plan seminar includes an internship with a local firm. Your lowest quiz grade has been omitted from the calculation. The nation achieved prosperity by opening its ports for trade. Most of the students have not considered this issue before. The chemistry building is located near the entrance of the campus. Scientists are always asking the government for more money. Native speakers are exempt from the language tests in their own language. The article illustrates a number of interesting experiments. Many graduates of journalism get jobs in the communications field. Clinical placement in nursing prepares students for professional practice. The library holds a substantial collection of materials on economic history. The theme of the instrumental works exhibits more of a demure compositional style. The aerial photographs were promptly registered for thorough evaluation. Those seeking formal extension should contact their faculty for further information. Participants initially select from a range of foundation subjects. While reconciliation is desirable, basic underlying issues must first be addressed. The celebrated theory is still subject to controversy. The qualification will be assessed by using a criterion-referenced approach. The synopsis contains the most important information. That means they have so many struggling overlaps. The evaluation form will be reviewed by the university personnel. The massive accumulation of data was converted into a communicable argument. A recent article shows a number of interesting experiments. It was hard to anticipate how all the different characters would react. Behind the group, there's a flat card drawn by the mules. It is absolutely vital that you acknowledge all your sources. The Commissioner will apportion the funds among all the authorities. They have been struggling since last year to make their service pay. If our finance is a cause of concern, scholarships may be available. A party is thrown in the small meeting room. Before submitting your dissertation, your advisor must approve your application. Climate change is now an acceptable phenomenon among reputable scientists. You are required to complete your research paper by next Monday. The first assignment is due on the 14th of September. Those who seek formal extension should contact their faculty for more information. Mutually exclusive events can be described as either complementary or opposite. Animals raised in captivity behave differently than their wild counterparts. Materials and resources are on hold at the library's front desk. Our professor is hosting the business development conference. Everyone must evacuate the premises during the fire drill. We can't consider any increase in our prices at this stage. Resources and materials are on hold at the library reference desk. Free campus tours run daily during summer for prospective students. Assignments should be submitted to the department office before the deadline. The toughest part of the research for postgraduate students is the funding. I thought it was thrown in the small meeting room. There's a need for constructive dialogue between leaders. You can contact all your tutors by email. When workers ask for higher wages, companies often raise their prices. Undergraduate students may participate in specific stages within the program. Some of the features are part of the previous research. The application process may take longer than expected. University departments carefully monitor articles and other publications by faculty. Control systems in manufacturing provide a high level of accuracy. This paper challenges many previously accepted theories. The celebrated theory has a great degree of controversy. Observers waited nervously and bated their breath for the concert. Morning's lecture on economic policy has been cancelled. Let me know if anybody struggles in the lab. Students have the option to live in college residences or apartments. The students were instructed to submit their assignments by Friday. Tribes worked with each other to build monolithic statues. Review all sources before drawing any conclusions. The sociology department is highly regarded worldwide. Teaching assistants will receive a monthly stipend for housing. Students' concession cards can be obtained by completing an application form. History of economics is the trick of the subject. Physical health can be improved by regular training. People have been independent by using phones in everyday life. Students require an undergraduate biology degree to enroll in this course. The digital camera has advantages over traditional film. Babies can distinguish between what is a language and what is not. The farmers need to adapt to the changes of the climate. Government department was doing some crucial work on climate change. The English degree involves certain placements in the third year. You will need to read chapter 1 before the management class. There will be a chemistry test in the classroom next week. Audition of the university choir will be held next week. Information technology has changed the way we study today. Extracurricular activities can help students to develop more talents. A good abstract highlights the key points of your paper. Psychologists say what we have experienced influences our behaviors. Scholarship applications must be handed in at the end of the month. Many universities' lectures can now be reviewed on the internet. New media journalism is an interesting area for study. Higher education providers treat plagiarism extremely seriously. There is an accounting assessment for finance students. Marine environment has been destroyed by pollution and unsustainable development. Calculators enable us to add numbers without mistake. trees benefit the city by absorbing water runoff. This course aims to develop your knowledge of statistics. Many diseases on the list have been eradicated. This advanced course requires a basic knowledge of economic theory. Eating fish twice a week is recommended in a healthy diet. There are many different styles of business management. The course covers architecture planning and construction on an international scale. This is no fixed career path for qualified journalists. Children start producing words before they are able to walk. Academic libraries across the world are steadily incorporating social media. In any written assignment, a detailed literature review is very important. Designers need to keep up with the social trend. Practical experiments are essential parts of chemical classes. New developments in manufacturing are constantly changing the way in which we live. Field trips are essential parts of most geographical courses. Relying on natural ability will not get you far in science. The department works closely with its partners in the business community. Critical thinking is one of the goals of higher education. A visit to Design Museum is greatly valued. The course involves pure and applied mathematics. Studying medicine always has a wide range of opportunities. Renovation work is currently being undertaken throughout the entire building. The Career Service provides suggestions on how to pass the job interview. We hold the visiting tour throughout the year for students. Protective clothing must always be worn in the laboratory. Traffic is the main cause of pollution in many cities. Native speakers are exempt from the language tests in their own language. The article extrapolates a number of interesting experiments. Art and design is a competitive field to work in. You must submit your assignments by next Friday at the latest. The library will stay open until midnight this week. Practical experiments are essential parts of chemical courses. The rising of temperature is a sign of climate change. Students should leave their bags on the table by the door. Food cannot be eaten in the main library. The department has organized a trip to London in July. Scientists are unsure when the first man left Africa. You will be tested via continuous assessment and examinations. The rising of the sea level indicates climate change. Please return the reference book to the correct position on the shelf. Students require undergraduate biology degree to enroll in this course. The government is funding research study on the consequences of unemployment. The history courses is assessed through written assignments. Philosophy contains a lot of logics and reasons to analyze human experience. The skills of great stage actors cannot be taught.